TaskFlow is styled. It's responsive, it's organized with Sass, but it still feels static. Click a button, nothing happens visually. Change a task status, it just snaps into place. No feedback, no motion. Animations and transitions are what make a website feel alive. They guide the user's attention. They confirm actions. They make the experience feel smooth and intentional. In this video, you'll learn CSS transitions and how to control them. Transform functions like translate, scale, rotate, and skew. Keyframe animations for complex multi-step effects. Performance tips so your animations run at 60 frames per second, and accessibility with the reduced motion media query. By the end, TaskFlow will have hover effects, smooth status transitions, and a loading spinner. Let's bring it to life. A CSS transition animates a property from one value to another. You define the start state and the end state, and the browser fills in the frames between. The transition property specifies which CSS property to animate. Transition property : background color. This tells the browser to only animate background color changes. You can list multiple properties separated by commas or use all to animate everything. Transition duration controls how long the animation takes. Transition duration : 0.3 seconds. Short durations feel snappy. Long durations feel smooth. 0.2 to 0.4 seconds is the sweet spot for most interactions. Transition timing function controls the speed curve. Ease starts slow, speeds up, then slows down. It's the default and works for most cases. Linear moves at a constant speed, good for progress bars. Ease in starts slow and speeds up, good for elements leaving the screen. Ease out starts fast and slows down, good for elements entering the screen. Ease in out is similar to ease but more symmetrical. Cubic-bezier lets you create custom curves. Cubic-bezier 0.68, -0.55, 0.27, 1.55. That creates an elastic overshoot effect. Transition delay adds a pause before the animation starts. Transition delay : 0.1 seconds. Use delay to stagger multiple elements for a cascade effect. The shorthand combines everything. Transition : background color 0.3 seconds, ease 0.1 seconds. Property, duration, timing function, delay, all in one line. Transform changes an element's shape, size, or position without affecting layout. It doesn't push other elements around. It just changes how the element is drawn. Translate moves an element. Transform : translate x 50 pixels moves it 50 pixels to the right. Translate y -20 pixels moves it 20 pixels up. Translate takes two values for x and y together. Scale changes the size. Transform : scale 1.5 makes it 50% larger. Scale 0.5 makes it half the size. Scale x and scale y let you scale each axis independently. Rotate spins an element. Transform : rotate 45 degrees tilts it 45 degrees clockwise. Negative values rotate counterclockwise. Rotate is great for icons, loading indicators, and hover effects. Skew tilts an element along an axis. Transform : skew x 10 degrees creates a parallelogram effect. Skew y tilts vertically. Skew is subtle. Use it sparingly for creative effects. You can combine multiple transforms in one declaration. Transform : translate y -10 pixel scale 1.05. This moves the element up and makes it slightly larger at the same time. The order matters. Transforms are applied right to left. Transform origin controls the pivot point. The default is center. Transform origin : top left rotates from the top left corner instead. Transitions go from A to B. Keyframe animations can go from A to B to C to D and beyond. Define a keyframe animation with @keyframes followed by a name. @keyframes fade in from opacity 0 to opacity 1. From is the same as 0%. 2 is the same as 100%. You can add intermediate steps. Add keyframes bounce 0% transform translate y0, 50% transform translate y -20 pixels, 100% transform translate y0. This creates a bouncing effect with 3 keyframes. Apply the animation with animation name :bounce, animation duration: 0.6 seconds. Just like transition duration, this controls how long one cycle takes. Animation iteration count controls how many times it plays. Animation iteration count: 3 plays it 3 times. Infinite makes it loop forever, perfect for loading spinners. Animation direction controls the playback direction. Normal plays forward, reverse plays backward. Alternate plays forward, then backward. Alternate reverse starts backward, then alternates. Animation fill mode controls what happens before and after the animation. None resets to the original state. Forwards keeps the final keyframe state. Backwards applies the first keyframe during the delay. Both combines forwards and backwards. The shorthand combines everything. Animation: bounce 0.6 seconds, ease in out, infinite, alternate, name, duration, timing, count, direction, all in one line. Not all CSS properties animate the same way. Animating width or height triggers layout recalculation. The browser has to reflow the entire page. Animating color or background triggers repaint. Cheaper, but still not ideal. Animating transform or opacity triggers only compositing. Compositing happens on the GPU. It's the fastest path. Always prefer transform and opacity for animations. Instead of animating top and left, use translate. Instead of animating width, for a growing effect, use scale. Will change tells the browser to prepare for an animation. Will change: transform. This creates a new compositor layer, so the GPU is ready, but don't overuse it. Every will change layer uses GPU memory. Only add will change to elements that actually animate. Remove it when the animation is done if possible. Now, accessibility. Not everyone wants motion. Some users have vestibular disorders. Motion can cause dizziness or nausea. The reduced motion media query lets you respect user preferences. Add media prefers reduced motion reduce. Inside this query, disable or simplify animations. Set transition duration to 0.01 seconds. Set animation duration to 0.01 seconds. Or remove animations entirely with animation none. This is not optional, it's an accessibility requirement. Every project should include a reduced motion media query. Let's bring TaskFlow to life with animations. First, hover effects on task cards. We add transition: transform 0.2 seconds ease, box shadow 0.2 seconds ease. On hover, transform: translate y -4 pixels. Box shadow: 0.8 pixels 20 pixels. RGBA 0000.2. The card lifts up and gains a shadow. Subtle but satisfying. Next, smooth status transitions. When a task moves from to do to in progress, we animate the background color. Transition: background color 0.3 seconds ease in out. The color change fades smoothly instead of snapping. Now the loading spinner. Add keyframe spin from transform rotate 0 degrees to transform rotate 360 degrees. A simple circle with a colored border top. Animation: spin 0.8 seconds linear infinite. It rotates forever at a constant speed. Button animations add the finishing touch. Buttons get transition: all 0.2 seconds ease. On hover, they scale up slightly and change background color. On active, which means while clicking, they scale down to 0.95. This gives a satisfying press effect, and we wrap it all with the reduced motion query to respect accessibility. Let's recap what you learned. Transitions animate properties from one value to another with duration and timing control. Transforms move, scale, rotate, and skew elements without affecting layout. Keyframe animations create complex multi-step sequences with full control over playback. Performance means using transform and opacity for GPU-accelerated 60 FPS animations. Accessibility means always including a reduced motion media query. And TaskFlow now has hover effects, smooth transitions, and a loading spinner. Phase 2 is complete. TaskFlow is fully styled, responsive, animated, and organized with Sass. In the next video, we start Phase 3, JavaScript, variables, types, and operators, the language that makes the web interactive. See you in the next one.